You probably assume your cat knows your face. You walk into a room, they look up, and you think, they see me. They recognize me. They know exactly who I am. Here's what the research actually says: cats struggle with human facial recognition in ways that would genuinely surprise you. Their visual cortex isn't wired for faces the way ours is. In studies where cats were shown photographs of their owners next to photographs of strangers, they showed almost no preference. The face, the thing we assume is the most obvious part of us, barely registers. But here's what that doesn't mean: it doesn't mean your cat doesn't know you. It means the way your cat has stored you in their memory goes so much deeper than a face. And the six things they've actually memorized about you reveal something about your bond that most cat owners never fully understand. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what those six things are. And at least one of them is going to change the way you see your cat the next time they walk into the room. We spend a lot of time wondering whether our cats actually love us, whether they miss us when we're gone, whether they see us as something more than a food source with opposable thumbs. What we're really asking is, do they know me? Not the routine, not the bowl, me specifically? The answer is yes, just not the way you'd expect. A landmark study from the University of Tokyo confirmed that cats can absolutely distinguish their owner from a complete stranger, but they don't do it with their eyes. They use something older, more precise, and honestly more intimate. And that same research revealed something even more fascinating. Cats know you're calling them long before they decide whether to respond. We're going to go through six things your cat has memorized about you. Six things they use to identify you, track you, and decide how safe they are in the world you share. They escalate. The first one is reassuring. The last one might genuinely move you. Let's start with something that surprises almost everyone. The first thing your cat knows, and knows with extraordinary precision, is your smell. Cats have roughly 200 million olfactory receptors. Humans have about 5 million. Their sense of smell is somewhere between 14 and 20 times more powerful than ours, and they use it as their primary identification system. Not a backup, not a supplement. The primary system. Your skin produces a completely unique chemical signature, a blend of your microbiome, your diet, your hormones, your genetics. No other human on earth shares it. Your cat has memorized it. They can detect you from across a room before you make a sound, before they even look up. This is why your cat sniffs you when you come home after being somewhere new. They're not just greeting you, they're reading you, where you've been, who you were near, what changed. You walked in the door and handed them a full report. They're just processing it. But scent is only the beginning. Your cat knows your voice, specifically, individually. The Tokyo study did something remarkable. Researchers played audio of a stranger calling a cat's name, then switched to the owner's voice. The cat's ears pivoted, their pupils dilated, their head turned toward the speaker. Then, in most cases, they didn't move. They recognized the voice, processed it, and decided whether it was worth getting up for. This tells us something important. Your cat isn't ignoring you because they don't know it's you. They know exactly who's calling. The recognition is there. The decision to respond is a separate calculation entirely, one that factors in tone, urgency, mood, and the eternal feline cost benefit analysis. They hear you. They just have opinions about what to do about it. Now, here's where it gets a little more complicated. Cats have a biological clock, finely tuned internal chronometer, and they synchronize it to yours. They learn when you wake up, when you eat, when you leave, and when you come home. Not approximately, precisely. Cats have been observed anticipating their owner's return within a narrow window, even with no external cues, no sound of your car, no footsteps in the hall, just pattern memory ticking forward. Here's the nuance. That same ability is the source of real stress for some cats. If your schedule is irregular, if you come home at different times, if your routine shifts suddenly, your cat experiences something close to anticipatory anxiety. They can't predict you, and unpredictability is genuinely unsettling to an animal whose survival depends on knowing what comes next. Your cat doesn't just know your schedule. In a quiet, unspoken way, they depend on it. And this next one, most cat owners get it completely wrong. Most people believe cats don't pick up on human emotions. That belief is wrong. A 2019 study published in the journal Animal Cognition found that cats actively monitor their owner's facial expressions and vocal tone, and they adjust their own behavior in response. When owners were calm, cats were relaxed and exploratory. When owners were anxious or tense, cats became more guarded, more watchful, more withdrawn. Here's the mistake: assuming your stress is invisible to your cat. It isn't. Your cat doesn't understand the words you say when you're upset, but they read the flatness in your voice, the stiffness in how you move, the way your energy fills a room differently on a hard day. They've been tracking it since long before you sat down. And they've already made adjustments you haven't noticed yet. Your cat is not indifferent to what you're feeling. They're just quiet about noticing it. If you're the kind of person who wants to actually understand what's happening inside your cat's mind, not just guess at it, it would mean a lot if you hit subscribe. We put out videos like this every week. Real science about the cat you already love, explained in a way that actually makes sense. We'll be right here when you're ready for the next one. This one surprises people almost every time. Your cat knows your specific gait. The rhythm of your footsteps on the floor, the sound of your particular keys, the way you settle into a chair versus the way a stranger does, the small sounds your body makes moving through a space it knows. This is acoustic and kinetic pattern recognition. And it's one of the oldest survival tools in the feline brain. Prey animals that can distinguish familiar movement from unfamiliar movement live longer. That's how fundamental this is. Your cat hears you coming down a hallway and knows it's you before they see you, before they smell you, before any visual confirmation at all. The pattern matches. File found. And if someone else walks that same hallway with even a slightly different footfall rhythm, heavier, lighter, a different pace, your cat notices immediately. Their posture changes, their ears shift, because their brain filed your pattern long ago. And this one doesn't match. You are a movement signature. Your cat has it memorized. Here's something that moved me when I first understood it. This is the deepest thing your cat has memorized about you, not your face, not even your scent. Whether you are safe, cats are hardwired for survival, and trust is not something they extend casually. Every interaction you've ever had with your cat has been evaluated and stored. Every time you picked them up gently, every time you respected a signal and backed off. Every time you let them come to you instead of forcing contact. Every time you were predictable when they needed predictability. Researchers studying cat attachment have found that cats form genuine secure attachment bonds, the same framework used to study human infant attachment, with specific people. Not all people, not everyone in a household. Specific individuals who have built a history of being safe, consistent, and responsive to what the cat actually needs. Your cat doesn't just know you, they've built a case file on you, and everything in it, every small moment you didn't even know they were recording, has led to one conclusion. This person is mine. This person is safe. That's not a small thing. That might be the most important thing. So, no, your cat can't pick your face out of a lineup, but they know your scent from across the house. They know your voice from a single syllable. They know your schedule, your emotional state, your footsteps in the hallway, and the full history of every moment you've spent together. They have built a portrait of you that goes deeper than any face ever could. The next time your cat lifts their head before you even open the door, that's not coincidence. That's 6 different systems firing at once, all pointing to the same answer. You. Your cat chose to trust you, and that trust was built from thousands of small moments they were storing long before you knew they were paying attention. You were right to wonder if they know you. They do. If you want to go deeper on what's happening in your cat's inner world, I put together a video on how cats actually show love, the signals most people miss completely, that I think you'll find just as surprising. It's right here when you're ready.